So you picked up a pair of Air Jordan 4's and something's just not quite right with these, or you haven't gotten a pair yet and you're on the fence about it still, and I don't know why you'd be on the fence because this is one of the best Jordan 4's you'll ever buy. But if you're still on the fence about it because you have questions that need to be answered as far as how they're gonna fit and things like that, you're in the right place. But before we get to talking about all of that, I need y'all to join the family, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed today's content, give me a thumbs up. And like always, what I request of the family is to leave a comment in the comment section below. Now with that being said, let's get into today's video. Thank you for kicking it with me. If you don't know by now, I'm HG. Please feel free to join the family by hitting that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate each and every one of y'all. If you enjoyed today's content, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And like always, leave a comment down below and I respond to each and every one of y'all. And if y'all don't believe me, man, just ask the family. They'll let you know what's going on around here. Now, getting into today's video, as I mentioned in my previous video about some design element changes and what to look for with the new Air Jordan 4 going forward, if you have not seen that video, I suggest you go ahead and check that out before watching this one. I'll leave a card up above and then come back and watch this video. I promise you it will be worth your while. But as I mentioned in that last video, this one is going to be about the sizing guide and what to look for because of the new design element changes with the Air Jordan 4 going forward. Now, if you don't know, with the new Air Jordan 4s going forward, they're giving it a design change more like the SB Pine Green Jordan 4s that released last year, where they've tried to somewhat give it in true OG to form shape, but with a few modern touches that makes it a more comfortable shoe, because for the longest people have complained about how terrible the Air Jordan 4 was to wear. And I mean, we can't have that with the Air Jordan 4 being one of the most iconic Jordans in the line of Jordan 4 silhouettes. So what they did, they changed the entire look of it as far as this upper half. They changed the look of it as far as the toe box. They added some extra padding. They softened up some of the materials around here. And then with this in particular, they happened to change the materials on the upper. Now, again, if you want a more in-depth look or a more in-depth story about that, check out my last video. But because of some of those changes, these fit a lot different. These are not the same Air Jordan 4s that used to tear your feet up, leave you fatigued after 30 minutes to an hour. This is a completely different experience. So let's talk about that. What does that mean as far as sizing? Now, when it comes to sizing, if you have a regular foot, so to speak, because I like to consider myself as a regular foot, I am a true to size 10. So if you have a situation like that, you can go true to size. This is a perfect shoe to go true to size. It gives you a little bit of room. It gives you a lot of cushion and a lot of comfortability. Now, also, if you're true to size, you can also go down half a size if you prefer a more snug fit. So, you know, we can kind of work with it a little bit. I know a lot of people, or quite a few people, that can go down half a size. So, you know, ask them. You know, ask the family too. They'll tell you their experiences. Now, if you have a narrow foot, I would definitely suggest going down half a size because, like I said, it's not necessarily a larger shoe, but it does give you a lot of flex room, especially given the fact that with this being a leather upper, the materials are a lot more forgiving. They're a lot softer, so they will flex with your foot. Because I know a lot of y'all don't like creases. I mean, I get it, it's a thing. Me, I don't care about creases because I'm actually looking forward to seeing what these would look like beat up. And creases create character within the shoe. So that's just something for me. But if you don't like creases, going down half a size is the ticket for you. Now, for all my wide foot individuals, if you have a wide foot, I would definitely suggest going up a half a size to even a whole size, because this is built off of the idea of an SB. And if you're not familiar with SBs, the padding on SBs are thicker, so it kind of takes up a lot more space, because if you're a skateboarder, you need that padding to protect your foot. Now, as far as the sole of the shoe, because SBs have a lesser of a sole to allow them to feel the board underneath their foot. You're not going to run into that problem. The sole of the shoe gives a lot of cushioning and a lot of padding. As far as how these feel compared to other SBs, you'd have to ask a skateboarder. I don't skateboard. That's just not my lane. But if there are any skateboarders in the comment section below, let me know how this feels under your foot up against the board. Can you still feel the board like you would with a natural SB? Or is the word SB when it comes to the Jordan 4s just something they threw out there? Because I know they did call the pine greens that they dropped last year the pine green SB4s, and those might actually have like a thinner outsole so you can feel the board. But as far as these, you get the standard comfortable cushion Jordan 4 outsole. Now the insole, you do have a more comfortable insole. Again, I'll give a little tidbit of what I talked about in the last video, but with the heel tab does not cut into the back of your leg anymore like it used to and turn your leg into grated cheese. Also, because this is further up, this comes further up at an angle, it does create a little bit of an issue up at the top. I know an individual whose foot is wider at the top than it is wider on the sides, and they had a bit of a problem trying to get the foot in the shoe, so they had to fully unlace the shoe, or well, not unlace it, but loosen the laces all the way down to the bottom just to get their foot in the shoe. So if you have that issue, I would suggest you go up half a size so that you don't have that issue. I'm glad I thought about that, but yes, that's another thing to think about. Now they do lace these a little bit tight, and these do seem to have a bit more of a lockdown on the top half of your foot, and I guess that's because of another one of those design element changes because of the SB feel. You know, for me, I didn't have that problem, but you might. So that's another tidbit. But this is an extremely comfortable shoe, a huge leap forward when it comes to the Jordan 4 and Jordans all together, and hopefully a lot of their shoes start to follow the trend. Now, I know they tried it with the Jordan 1 and they titled it the Zoom Comfort Jordan 1s, and there are some really good colorways, and there is a fairly decent group of people that enjoy those, but I think they kind of messed it up when they threw the name Zoom instead of just giving us some Jordan 1 highs that have the Zoom Comfort tech in there and just letting us be surprised, because we've been waiting for a long time to see shoes like the Chicagos and things like that, you know, kind of get this treatment, get more comfy and cozy. And I mean, they haven't done it yet. They've just given us different names for different ideas. But yes, hopefully they follow the trend of the Jordan 4s. They're definitely gonna do it with the up and coming military blue or industrial blue Jordan 4s, as they're trying to call them now, but you know, the real fans are still calling them the military blues. You're definitely gonna get this type of design element for those and for all Jordan 4s going forward, so no worries there. So once you lock down a good fit and feel for your Jordan 4s, go with that the entire time unless your weight fluctuates, and that's a whole nother story. But I hope I was able to help you with this sizing video. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, share the video, leave me a comment down below how the Jordan 4 redesigned elements fit for you and what size you found more comfortable for anybody else, and that would be greatly appreciated. And before I go, I cannot leave y'all without saying nothing is impossible. Fight for everything you believe in. Don't let anything stand in your way, and dream hungry. On the road to 1K, and I cannot do it without you. I'm about 120 something subscribers away, so please help me reach that goal. Once I reach that goal, again, I will be doing a giveaway for a pair of shoes in your size. Now, I hear YouTube suggest some really good videos in my archives. They pop up here. So please feel free to click on that link, check those out. Give me a like if you like those, leave a comment as well, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.